Should we bring Modi on, or should we bring Modi on, or should we just do this alone? What do you guys think? Do we need him? Do we need him? I don't think we need him tonight. He was very aggressive last week. I don't think we should. All those in favor of not having Modi on, say aye. And we'll lose. Hey, buddy. Happy Shavuos.
Happy Shavuos.
I did this to make you angry. It's infuriating, isn't it?
What?
The line.
Oh, that shirt's even more infuriating. Oh, Bahama. What's it called? Bahama.
Tommy Bahama. It matches. I'm lime theme, and it's white. Memorial Day.
Wow. Look at you.
I'm embracing my inner summer Jewiness. How are you?
I'm okay. We really haven't spoken this week. This is really just our date.
Let me explain something to the people who are watching. We have no interest in entertaining you.
None.
We want to catch up. This is a bird's eye view. You get to be a fly on the wall of the #1 and #2 best Jewish comedians in the world having a conversation.
Exactly. It's a catch up. You have to understand, during the regular times when he and I perform, we call each other afterwards, tell him what the bombs were, what the great lines were, what the this. Now we just, instead of doing it, on the toilet, we do it on this live thing.
No, I'm on the toilet, actually.
Yeah, you really look it. He's got a cigar in his mouth. I hope you light it. I hope Sasha comes with the exterminator on you, the fire extinguisher. I couldn't even get extinguisher out.
You can't even get extinguisher out, and I can't get this poop out. Does anybody have toilet paper?
I want to tell you, I have a toilet paper joke, right?
Let's
it's
hear
in
it.
Yiddish. So you said, no, later.
No, not later. Don't tease people. There are 104 people watching this.
Wait, hold on. Listen to this. No, we're going to get to 300 like we always do.
We always do. And by the way, last night I got to 400. I got to tell you what I did. But tell me your toilet paper joke first. That's more important.
No. I'm not doing a joke. I want to know, I have been ordering masks to find the ones that fit me well that I like. Are you even doing the mask thing?
Evan, get me a mask.
Get the mask. What are you doing?
I'm looking. Oh, here's one. Go ahead. Keep going.
So I just ordered from everybody masks. They sent me from this one company. Even though I ordered black, they sent me this. It looks like from Auschwitz. Only thing missing from this is a yellow star.
And a number.
Horrible. Isn't that horrible?
That is the worst mask I've ever seen. You want to see a good mask?
Hold on. Let me show you. Then there's this one mask I ordered in large. And I guess they never saw a Jewish nose because this does not. Look at this. My whole nose is just. It's either the nose or the mouth.
Either way, you're getting it. That's the string bikini equivalent of a mask.
Oh, glad you mentioned that.
No.
Finally.
By the way, now we're learning. This is literally a Bar Torah for people.
They know that. They know that.
Okay.
If I'm doing this, they know that you don't have to explain it to them.
I'm sorry, I forgot I was a conservative rabbi. I forgot I was
watching. On behalf of the people watching, shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. Look, there's this one company that makes jock straps. And they're the only ones that got the good one. It's a jock strap company.
No, it's not.
I swear to God, there's the thing.
But does it double as a jock strap?
No, but it's the same fabric, but it's the only one that fit my face. This nose is huge.
And that's what's huge, sadly, on you. That would fit the thing with the thing with the thing.
So I did listen to this.
Don't ever point at me again before one of your stupid stories. Don't ever go, listen to this, okay? You're not giving a shear here. So anyway, don't do that. Just talk.
I would push that in so far. I would just to watch you choke on that big brown dick you put in your mouth every single day.
You always tell me to keep it clean.
That was clean, and believe me, our audience appreciates that because that's all that they're thinking right now.
We got sheer brilliance, so I guess you're winning this. Go ahead.
Exactly. Wait a minute. What was I saying to you? I did a bar mitzvah online. I've been doing these online shows, these like Zoom shows, where they give me material that the people are going to be on today. Listen to this. And
No.
people ask us where the material come from.
Right.
Ask us when it's like just spontaneous. Today I did this bar mitzvah. I did 10 minutes. They asked me, they had like the grandparents of this, and they asked me to do some jokes. They told me about the kid. But the father of the kid had a clock behind him that was, I swear to you, about 1 meter long in diameter. And there's 400 people. He's a rabbi of a congregation. There's 400 people. And they were watching this. And all you see is this massive clock. And the rabbi's talking, my son Akiva, blah, 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 whole thing. I get on and I did like 4 lines just about the clock. I said, I hope the quarantine ends and you return the clock back to Grand Central Station. I did a Benjamin Button line. I had like 3 lines.
Love it.
See all the people cracking up because it's all they were thinking about was, why is there a huge clock in that man's house?
Love it. And that's the key. That's the difference between a good comedian and an okay one. I'm insulting myself now. The good comedian, this is what we are. It's upstairs, downstairs. I got to go downstairs, by the way, for a second.
Oh, not that again. Please don't do that again.
The good comedian will take what's in the room, what's the elephant in the room, and just go with it. And it's our job to like really figure out in seconds how we can make what's in the room funny. It's not easy.
Yes, and even harder on a live chat.
You want to see where I was an
Yes.
hour ago? This is where I was an hour ago with my daughter. I went to buy her, look at that.
Oh.
We wore our shut your mouth masks and I went to buy her a bicycle because it's time to we should bike ride. It's the summer. We should go out and we should be bike riding. Everyone's in masks. You were telling me in New York, it's not like that. Here, everyone, because California, they're all like, annoying.
No, people in New York are in masks. They're like, it's just, it's very casual. Like the strip is, the seal has been peeled. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I said to you, it's like a diet. When you're really machbid on the diet, you're very strict, and then you all of a sudden go into the maintenance program. People now are like, all right, hey, he, him, we hang out with him, and it's just changed. It's just like.
Right. But anyway, there's an hour. Now everything is a wait. And you know me, I hate lines. I can't wait on a line.
Right.
Hour and a half to get a 10-year-old's bicycle. Just wasn't going to be her day. It's not her bike day. I walked out of there. I got frozen yogurt.
I did better than you. I made sure to never have a 10-year-old.
Then you're never
online. If you ever
online.
see me at a child's bicycle store, it's not a good situation. If I'm ever at a child's bicycle store, you need to come get me.
I know you're not a fan of mine and you don't watch my shows, but did you see Howie Mandel Thursday?
I caught it on the rerun.
Okay. So Howie was just so revealing and beautiful and funny. He told this great story about how when he was on the road doing, 10,000 seaters, concert tours, his father passed away, and he wanted to honor him by doing Kaddish every night. The problem was, A, he was in Iowa or Kentucky, Alabama, where there aren't too many minions. B, shows are at 8 p.m. And in the summertime, it's not dark till 9 for the big Mariv. He put it in his contract to start shows only after nightfall so he could hit a minion first. And then he goes to knocks on homes of people who just died because he knows there'll be, he said 4 Jews and 6 Jewish trees to anything in the wilderness, anything to just say Kaddish for his father. Isn't that the sweet? You would never think when we think of these giant names and people we've admired as we were growing up and starting comedy, you would never think they were saying Kaddish. They were looking for minions. It's really inspiring.
When I hung out with him, I did the Montreal Comedy Festival. I was on his it was a gala show with him, and he was the nicest. We sat there. There was a delay. We sat there for an hour together. He was telling me all about his trips to Israel and
Mm-hmm.
he was the sweetest guy in the world. Unlike you, I didn't take his number and hock him a China to come do a live show with me. But you, I got to give you credit. You
Mm-hmm.
really followed up on everybody.
Mm-hmm. Isn't that interesting? So I took his number.
Or whatever you did.
You know what?
Just
If I could take my phone out.
Shut your mouth and let it go.
Shut your mouth.
Just
I
shut your
didn't
mouth
take
and
his
go
number.
with-
A friend
now
of
we're
mine
gonna have
said,
to hear-
"Do you
now
want
we gotta-
Howie Mandel on your show?" And I said, "Yeah."
Now we
because
gotta
I know his
hear
road
how you
manager.
got his
I
number.
went call him. I didn't take
20
his
minutes
number.
on how he got
I'm
his
having
number.
a breakdown.
Willie called his office, and the office called the Willie, and Willie didn't do, but he did, and he moved away from me.
Somebody made a phone call, and he's a fan, and that's it. And so what? I'm good at networking. Someone's saying Elon is
I
great
was
at
saying
networking.
that, and I gave you shikoyach. I gave you a shikoyach for that.
How do I learn how to unnetwork? How do I get rid of people on my phone? How do I not network this relationship?
If you only knew how many times I had my finger on the block caller for you. If you only knew.
Can I tell you the weirdest thing about Modi, guys? After we do this show, it's so bizarre to me. You would think we get on the phone and go over like, oh, that was a great story. That was stupid. That was funny. Why'd you say that? Shut your mouth. He doesn't call me. And when I call him to go, that was fun, he doesn't answer. Is that weird? Is there something wrong with him?
You love to obsess about things. Yes, I did it. I moved on. You obsess. You obsess.
Yes.
You obsess.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
We have our weekly phone call. We catch up on jokes, and I had some amazing stuff this week. I mean,
what happened?
I told the bar mitzvah boy today that having a Zoom bar mitzvah, it gives you like some kind of like when people. You and I probably I had a very nice bar mitzvah. My parents had money. They threw a big thing, and then like you hear like grandfathers say to their kids, in my bar mitzvah, I was in the camps, in the deportation camps, or your father says we were broke. All we did was we opened a jar of herring in the bottom. It smelled like low tide, and we drank some whiskey that tasted like paint thinner. These are like stories, These are like hard bar mitzvah stories. This kid can say, I had a Zoom bar mitzvah,
With my favorite comedian.
Yeah. I was in a plague, it was crazy.
Yeah.
I said to him, everybody in your bar mitzvah wasn't wearing pants. Nothing, folks? Anybody? Hello?
Let's just wait. Let's wait 4 seconds, and then we'll see if hearts come up. We don't get laughs anymore. We get hearts and smiley. You're in the camp. You're back in the camp.
You see that they sent me this?
What camp was that from?
Oh my God.
Do you know there's still a camp somewhere in Maine going, no, we're open. Like that's how badly they want deposits.
I will tell you something.
Yeah.
All the Jewish camps closed.
Right.
And all of the parents of the Jewish kids, like, you're not going to a Jewish camp this year. You're going to a non-Jewish camp. Just tell him you're vegetarian and tell him that he saved you. And that's it.
Who's he? Who saved you?
Yushki. By the way, so in New York, they allowed the 10 people to a minyan. So you can actually have a minyan here.
So let me stop you. Is that weird to you that the number's 10 and it's so significant in our Judaism? It's weird.
Let me see. The country's being run by a guy named Jared Kushner. So is that weird to you?
Isn't it funny that finally the conspiracies, the Jews are behind the scenes? They're finally right this year and last 2 years. Before this, we had nothing to do with anything. We're finally running things.
Do you understand the President of the United States has seen his daughter go into the kitchen, pick up a cup with 2 handles, and play with the water, and the president knows that everybody is about to eat bread except for Melania.
She would not touch the stuff.
She doesn't touch bread. She's got 5 more years in there.
Really?
Or more. There's no way he's going to just leave.
No.
No, he's definitely there for a hot minute.
Yeah. So what were you saying about camps or opening camps or Yoshka or what?
Oh, in New York. I don't know. So in New York, they opened up. You can have 10 people for a minyan, right? Now, keep in mind, in like Teaneck and Five Towns and Great Neck and all those necks, right? so No one has given up on the Kiddish Club. At 12 noon, everybody gets together on a patio this big, 80 guys drinking vodka. Now they say you can have a minion. All of a sudden, everybody's like, no, I can't. Social distancing. I'm still visiting my parents. I gotta be precautious. No one went to a minion. No one went to a minion. But a Kiddish Club packed.
It's so funny. It's like that's what's
So
important. That's what's important. It's so weird also how Jews go through the different alcohols. Like they went through scotch, then it became bourbon. Then you're not with me. Now it's tequila. Jews go through alcohols the way we go through food. Like first it was Chinese food, then it was Japanese sushi. Now it's Thai. Now what's past? I'm putting all my money into what's that food? Oh, if I only had it. I'm like you now. What's that weird, not Indian food, I'm putting all my money into, oh, you love this. Guys, help me out here. What's a weird,
that's your
what
life, goes on in my
your
head.
brain
I
just
have
farts.
it here, and if I could just get it out, it would
Right.
be killer. But last week you brought your mom on. She looked like Schlafly from, I forgot it again.
I'm putting all my money into ramen, someone's saying. No,
Ramen.
Pho is what, pho, P-H-O. I'm putting all my money into pho. All right.
No, if you're putting your money for anything Jewish, I don't know how sushi invaded the Jewish community, and that's all we have. Whatever event you go to, sushi.
That's what I'm saying. We started, I think, at Italian. Then we went to Chinese. Chinese was huge. In the 80s, we were going up. It was just, let's go for Chinese. Right. 90s, it became sushi. Then it's Thai. We go through these foods and these alcohols. What's wrong with us?
The alcohol thing, I don't know anything about.
Yeah, well, because you haven't been to a Minion in eight years. But
it's funny. I go to the Minion and I leave before Kiddush. I don't want to go down there and mix and look at that food. I go right home.
Right.
I'm like the craziest guy there.
You're in great shape. What are you doing, by the way?
The Nike app is amazing.
I saw your last post, and it was really upsetting.
I want to tell you something again. As I'm always saying with this quarantine, BTB, better than before. I used to go to the gym, Equinox weights, this, that, trainer. I have this app now on my phone, the Nike app, and they opened it up like all the preferred. Not that it's like an extra $15, but it's the best workouts. And in my house, I work out in my underwear, go right in the shower, and I'm done. There's no bag to the gym. There's no coming back. There's no.
Yeah. By the way, I'm half listening and half reading the idiots, and one of them said, "Does anyone know Elon's natural eye color? Like I put in contacts. I got some sun this Shabbos, and I'm wearing green, and my blue eyes, my natural gorgeous baby blues, are popping, and they're insulting me. Does anyone know Elon's now my natural hair color? That's another story." But these eyes are, it's a Sinatra baby blue situation. I'm gorgeous naturally. What do you want me to do about it?
And now someone's saying, is that the actual size of Modi's nose?
Put on your glasses and do the joke.
I don't have them.
It's my favorite joke. Please.
I only have my porn.
Do it.
Oh my God! By the way, this week the best. The best porn? No. So people always send me stuff.
Porn?
They always send us all that stuff. So
what stuff? I don't know what you're talking about.
Last week it was the Jackie Mason thing.
Yeah,
Whatever's happening in Jewish that's hot.
Right.
Somebody sent me Shmuley Poteach, the rabbi,
America's rabbi. Yes.
Right, America's rabbi, and he wrote Kosher Sex and all that stuff, and so he's doing a podcast or whatever, one of these things with his daughter. Oh, a Zoom show.
Yeah. By the way, be extra nice. His father just passed away last night.
I love him. I did
me
a
too.
show for him. I love him.
Me too. Okay, go ahead.
He was doing some kind of a show, and him and his daughter, and they're being, very, very, I don't want to say edgy, but very kosher, but they're discussing topics such as pornography, such as sex toys, and this and that. All of a sudden, somebody photobombed and porn bombed it. It was the funniest thing. Not because they did it. If it's a business meeting and someone's sending that, okay, this is a rabbi who takes himself as the most progressive, you know,
Right.
hey, I can talk about things that other rabbis can't talk about.
With his daughter. He's talking oral with his daughter. And then
It's him and his daughter, and someone all of a sudden took it and puts down like the most aggressive porn-looking things I've ever, like, I don't want to, you know, because we keep our show clean, but
right.
But he's like scrambling, make that end, click him off. Make that stop. Make that. How can he do that? Make him. It was just.
By the way, he's also the last guy you want to look at when hearing discussions about sex and Luckily, his daughter's adorable, so I'm like, okay, now I'm gonna watch this. But he's the last guy I want to hear. You know, it was like Dr. Ruth and now him, two of the least attractive people I want to hear sex talk about. I'd rather hear it from you. And look at you. Tell me something. Teach me something I don't know. Oh, speaking of sex and singles. So, you know Jeremy Gerlich, our friend?
Yes.
He wants to do the Yoili movie. I told you that, right?
Let's do it.
Yeah. So he told me yesterday, no, not yesterday, last week, like Friday, right before last Shabbos, he goes, you should do like a live, like on the weekends, like Saturday night. I know you do the Modi thing and you have your thing during the week. But you should do like Saturday nights, like a J dating game, where you like just invite, you know, young couples, young Jewish couples, da 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 da. So I came up with this thing instead of The Bachelor, it's called The Bachor. Here, I'll show you a picture. And I did it last night. So I did it 2 Saturday nights ago as like a goof, and I wound up having a few hundred people. Then look at this. There it is. You can't really see the whole thing, but anyway.
Looks cute.
Yeah, it's like a takeoff of The Bachelor. Do you know last night I broke 400 people at 11 p.m., which is 2 a.m., you know, East Coast, New York, Miami. Israel was waking up and watching it. People are more interested in shidduchim than comedy, than my nightly show with stars, Jay Leno, Tiffany Haddish. Keep it. Set up my daughter or young people like, yeah, find me a chick. 400 people. I broke 500, someone's saying. She saw it last night. 500 people. And then the next morning, it's like 10,000. It's like, we're in the wrong business.
No, shidduchim is the thing I did when the quarantine began.
With the Syrians.
With the Syrian community,
Yeah.
datesy.org.
Yeah.
SY is how they refer to themselves.
Yeah.
Syrians. And it's been blowing up. The numbers are crazy. There've been real actual matches have come out of that date. People are not playing around. People who are single are not playing around.
It is though. It's got to be tough though. It's hard enough to be married during this quarantine. But quarantine.
First of all, let's just stop here. It's quarantine. And second of all, say the name of the show you did last night.
It's called The Bachor.
Okay. Could you not ever say that again like that? Bacher.
Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't grow up in the yeshivas, Hasidish. I grew up in the Bronx. I grew up in the Bronx, modern Orthodox. And you know what modern means, I finally figured out. Not so.
Or kosher.
I am kosher. Just because I don't pronounce things like a yoili, would you don't be on my case.
Not Yoli. First of all, you're Avraham.
I said Avraham free. Avraham free.
His name.
Avram. Oh, I'm sorry. I pronounced Abraham the way he was introduced to the Torah. He was only later Abraham. They added the H later. I'm calling it an H.
An H. Yes, like what's her name? Vanna White. I'll buy an H.
That's what Abraham did. He bought a vowel.
Do you know what has to happen for my mind to process Vanna White? Do you understand what has to happen?
I'm very proud of you. What happened? Are you on something? Are you taking something?
You know how many times at the Comedy Cellar someone walks by and I know who they want me and I can't get it out, so I have to crap on them in a different way?
Yeah. It's unbelievable. And you have to immediately switch the go-to to the thing. Why are people typing sex toys now?
I just saw that.
It's unbelievable. And then there's a girl named Vivushit. Oh, Mom, come in for a second. My mother has to tell you something. And then we'll take a question from the audience. My mother, we did a shul again here in this office on Saturday, on Shabbos. And everyone said, "Shul," and I led it. I was the chazan. And my mother wants to tell you something. Go ahead.
Yeah. You know how I compliment you? I've heard your chazanish. It might even be better than his. But this Shabbos, you could have heard his davening all the way to Disneyland.
That's not what you said, Mom. You said
It was better. I bet, I'm telling you, if Modi heard it, he would be jealous because he was a better chazan than you. I mean, you might be a better yoeli, maybe funnier.
What?
What?
What did you just say?
That he's
Out of my office.
Then a straight man. No, his yoeli is better than you.
Of
as a
course,
straight
he's
man.
a talented guy. That's why I
Yeah.
talked to him.
But it's chazanish, and you should have heard him read his about Koreh, the parsha with the Yecheskel and Ezekiel and the Chaim Yankel, and he read it flawlessly.
Flawless.
Lynn, are you about to eat a lobster?
Why should I become a shiksa when I feel so holy? He makes me feel so kedusha. We reached. Even he said it was ruach shemayim that he was able to read the parsha, the trub, flawlessly. I bet you could never
Thank you,
do
Mom.
it.
The show's over.
Thank you, Esther Youngrice.
She loves and admired Esther Youngrice. So that's a big compliment. That's the best with the thing. Thank you, Mom. What an appearance. What a great shot that was. That was like when you were on the old Tonight Show, you did a shot. You did 5 minutes and then you like were invited. That was a great shot she did.
She's amazing.
She said, your chazan, what's the word? Your chazanish, was better than Modi. Your Bachor, your Avrams.
Your Abraham.
Your Abraham. Let's take 2 questions. And why isn't Modi on the Bachor show? That's his problem. Modi likes the single life. Leave him alone. Modi, let's take a question from the audience and then do a show 20 minutes with just your mom. Don't you see I'm trying to phase Modi out and it's just going to be me and then my mother down there?
I'm telling you, that's the best.
Yeah. No, believe me, a little of her is good.
Modi, you ever married?
This is day 71 of them being here.
No, it's not. Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
No, it's been 45 days since the Passover, right?
Are you counting the Omer? No.
Always, yeah.
We're doing our own Omer here. We're doing our own count of how many days my parents have been living. This takes the
Modi,
Omer.
your mom should do an appearance.
Yeah, I know, Modi. You got to have your mom on too. Hi, Pelham Parkway. That's where I'm from. Oh yeah, Modi and Elon Chazanis off. No, they're not paying us enough for that. We're not doing that.
Go ahead, give a little something. Give a little something you did this weekend.
No, I didn't do that.
You had a seizure? You had a seizure on Shabbos?
Do we have any questions that we could take before we call it a day here? It's almost 5:30. We don't like to go more than a half hour. Uh-huh.
Oh, come on.
1846.
Tisha B'Av. Yikes. So I don't read this stuff. I focus on you.
They don't pay us enough. Elon, you're lucky there are no windows. I just cracked some people's windows. We will pay for real show. Wait a minute. We just heard we will pay for real show.
Modi's starting to come from what? Over the rakes. What?
And then some idiot goes, I have a question. Who are you guys? Why are you watching us? Why are you following us if you don't know us? Who are you? Who are you?
Yes, that's the best when you watch people who you have no idea who the hell they are.
Your video for Walk with Israel was what? Live or pre-filmed? That's none of your business. It's the magic of television. I'm not telling you what
They
I
all
did.
want to know, why is your hair spiked up? Why?
Because I put gel in it, and that's what happens.
To what?
Shut your mouth.
Shut your mouth. What is that?
Why didn't these sell? I wear them every day. They sold a little bit, and then the rest I'm keeping, and I'm giving them away. But why? Who wouldn't want this? elongold.com/shop. Who wouldn't want these masks? Who wouldn't want this?
Vater, nadruk ohne stikken.
Too soon.
Wait a minute. I got from the Lashon Hara.
What is Elon? You prepared too much. I didn't prepare a damn thing
He
tonight.
didn't prepare. That's why today's show was the best, because he didn't prepare his
I
cockamamie
didn't even put the
slides
stupid
and
screen on. How
his
dare you say
imaginary
I prepared?
producers
I didn't give
everywhere
this
who
a
weren't
second
there.
thought.
This is a very good show because you didn't produce anything and you didn't prepare and you didn't have your band. Hey, Evan, play us off.
They want to know how you know Yiddish.
You're born with it.
Mm-hmm.
How do you know Yiddish? Grandparents, parents.
Yes, you see, I'm in the sun, so my eyes are blue. I'm only
It's
wearing
back to his
clear
eyes.
contacts.
It's back to his eyes.
Oh,
I wish I
Modi,
could
someone wants
punch
to know
those eyes.
if you shower during quarantine.
I shower during quarantine?
Yeah.
Of
You look
course.
like you haven't showered in weeks.
No, I just didn't shave yesterday, but I've showered a lot.
Elon, do you know Yiddish abyssal? Yeah. These are the
He
questions you
doesn't
guys
know
have?
a word. He doesn't know a word in Yiddish. It's, oh my God.
That's why I do a Yiddish word of the day. What?
When we did the show,
Two Jews walk into a Broadway show, which we were about to do on Broadway, and then Broadway closed because they knew we were coming.
And I was up as early, and someone started asking questions in Yiddish. Elon literally froze there. I said to them back, I go, I'm working with a goy. I said, I'm working with a goy. And that was, Elon, stop rubbing that you have what? Blue eyes. Yeah, no one cares about your horrible eyes.
They keep asking.
Ugh.
Someone says you guys are awesome. Oh, someone said 2 Jews, 1 mask. That's funny.
It's funny.
Speaking of porn, they love Yoeli.
We love you. I've really begun to love our audience more than before.
Don't you find you're connecting on such a, here we are, we can't see them, feel them, touch them, and we're connecting with them more than ever before.
Amen. That was one of the reasons of this whole quarantine. Believe me, it's one of the reasons of this quarantine. There's always good in everything, and this was definitely. And
Yannick. What do you love?
At night, I write to them. People write to me on the DMs.
I know, all the DMs, but it's
So
gotta
nice.
stop. I'm spending
So
way
nice.
too much time with the DMs. People now think they're your friends and they're texting you every day. It's like, it's enough.
You fix your hair one more time on this show.
Because you asked about my hair, and then what did Vivu shit want?
The virus is over. Yes, it's over. It's over. If you don't believe me, go to Williamsburg.
Is it really?
It's over. It's literally over. That's it. People are like, we gave it the 2 months. We're done. Well, we're going to sit in the house now?
Right. You're not our friends? Yes, we are. Yes, we are your friends. You are amazing. Nice that you responded, Modi. Bring back the doctor. Okay.
No,
all right.
We definitely are your friends. We are.
Don't you miss making $7 in the local comedy clubs? I miss those sellers and the stand-up New Yorks. I miss them so much.
So much.
Mom is let's just say 80s. Mom is in her 80s. Open up the country. Thank you, Donald.
They didn't mean country like that. They meant the country upstate New York.
Oh, Vivu Shit said, great show. Thank you. That's so nice.
Okay, if you're going to read that, let's finish up here. Let's find a way to finish this with a little dignity.
We both went for it. Good night, everybody. Love you, Modes.
Love you, man.
Bye, guys.